Welcome back for another episode of the iSO20POD podcast. Man, I think this is episode 38. I suck at this. I said I was going to be better at keeping track of the episode numbers, but hey, I just haven't been. It's been a wild few months, actually. A wild 90 days. And some of you kind of know what's been going on. We'll jump into a lot of that here in a moment, but just want to preface that today's podcast, it might be really short. It might not be the normal format that we're used to as far as news, sports, entertainment, pranks, right? Things like that. It's gonna be partly because I'm on a time crunch. I got a busy Saturday. Today I'm recording this on August 14th. Just got done shopping with my son for back to school, so that was fun. But I want to take this podcast down a way where I'm informing you kind of what's been going on in life. And I got the camera out today, so you get visuals with this episode. Just because I was like, I need to treat people. I need to give people more than just audio today. Just because I know it's been a couple of weeks, and your boy kind of feels bad for not getting the episode out when I want to, like literally want to do that. I've been sweating profusely because I've been running around today. But let's take a second to recap to about 90 days ago. About 90 days ago, for those of you that don't know, I was working two jobs. I was working a full-time job, and I was working a part-time job. And that was I mean, obviously I DJ, I produce podcasts, I engineer podcasts, I do a lot of different things, right? But even artwork, graphic design. But for like my base income, it was coming from two places: my full-time job and my part-time job. And about 90 days ago, I got news that they were cutting some positions, and my position was one of them. And when I got the news, it was tough because I dedicated 8 years of my life to this job. This was a job that I got right when I found out that we were getting Tavian. So it was right before my son was born. I applied for this job. I didn't get it the first time. I applied a second time and got it. And so I just want to kind of paint that picture that I dedicated a lot. This was like the first job as an adult. So it was a big deal. So I literally started ground level, not knowing anything about this job, not knowing anything about this career field, and just kind of jumped 100% into it. Learned a lot about it, helped them grow as well. Again, dedicated 8 years, blood, sweat, and tears into this company. Moved my way up from entry level all the way up to I was in a significant leadership position, and I got the email because we were teleworking at the time, and I got the email that we needed to meet, which was with my boss. And she was like, already, as soon as I seen her like on the computer screen, I was like, oh man, something big's happening, because she was in tears. She was just like, she couldn't even like talk. She said, there's no way to even tell you this, Andre, without, there's no way, like, the easy way to say this at all. It was like a movie, right? There's no easy way to tell you this. But your expiration date is August 6th. Yeah. So that's literally the first minute and a half, 2 minutes was her telling me that. And at first it really didn't hit me. I thought it was like a joke, or like not a joke, but I thought it would be like, hey, your position is being dissolved, but we have this other thing for you, right? Because with this specific company, we've seen that before, and that didn't really happen with me. I can't really go into specifics on some things just yet. I got about 9 weeks, and then I can, and then I'll really dive into it. But I just wanted to kind of paint that picture of what's been happening over the past 90 days. I know some of my close friends and family don't know that. It's not something that you want to go around and brag about, right? Hence why I always tell people lead with compassion, because you never know what somebody's going through. You know, I was going through a hard time, and if you were giving me a hard time during that time, I'm most likely disconnected from you. So just wanted to kind of let you know that if don't think that everybody's good and well, because they might not be, you know, because it was hard, you know, it was hard. And again, I won't go into specifics just yet, just because I'm under contract. I can't really say nothing. But within the next, I think about 9 weeks to 10 weeks, I can. So give me some time, and then as soon as I get the green light, I will kind of go more deep into it. For those of you that know, you know kind of what happened and what's going on. But yeah, just kind of wanted to tell you that. Another life update is that I'm 100% full-time over here at Broadway Media. I am now the promotions director for U92 and X96. So a lot of you have been seeing my social media and seeing me work with X96 and asking Dre, like, what, you no longer with U92? And it's kind of funny, because if you listen to me on the radio, you would know that I'm still with U92. 3 to 7 I broadcast, and 3 to 9 on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. I got to broadcast on Sunday morning a couple weeks ago, so that was dope. But it was something to where it was perfect timing. So thank you to Steve, Eroclips, Shay, Zach, Bangarang, man, the whole squad over here. Like, man, they just embraced me coming on for full time. I've been here for a little over, coming up on a year in October, and so it's been awesome, but not full time, right? I was just part time, kind of here and there and whatnot. But now that I'm full time, I got a desk and everything. Everybody's been really embracive. It's been awesome. It's been a learning curve, right? There's a lot to learn in this position. There's a lot to learn in this job, and I just appreciate people's patience. It's a tough job. Not tough in the sense of like, oh, labor and things like that, but tough in the sense of, man, concerts are back, right? So there's a lot of artist work that we have to deal with, and label work that we have to deal with, and so much. But it's fun. It's a blessing. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to just get this on my resume and learn this stuff and be able to say I've done this, and learn and grow and work with cool people and learn from people and grow. Because one thing that will always be is a student of the game. That's something that will never change. We're always growing. At least you should be, right? We should always be trying to learn and grow and things like that. So I get asked, or I get told all the time that it's intimidating to like approach me or whatever. And it's funny, because I'm no different than anybody else. For those of you that know me really well, you know that I've grinded for over a decade, close to 2 decades here in the city. And I've always worked, and I never downgraded anybody, never downplayed anybody. I've never said I was better than anybody. I've never just talked shit on anybody, really. I just keep my head down and work and grind, and things kind of just happen, and it's dope. It's a blessing. So when people look at me and they see me in this position now, especially like these new guys, they think that I seen a comment online that, yo, like, you're lucky. And it's like, nah, man, it's not luck. It's just hard work, man. And when people see your hard work and see what you can do, and see that they can help mold you, not mold, but help you get to a different position in life, that's when preparation meets opportunity. You know, I've always been prepared, and then the opportunity came, so I took it. And who knows how long this opportunity is going to be here? You know, who knows how long I'm going to be able to do this? But I'll tell you what, as long as I'm able to, I'm going to. And it's going to be interesting to see what the next 8 years brings, you know. But it's awesome. It's really fun. It's really great. So that's been the last 90 days. We had Tavian's birthday. So if you haven't checked out my Instagram, you should, because we went to classic skating, and I have never been to classic skating. For those of you that don't live in Utah, classic skating is like a family fun center kind of thing, right? They have arcade games. They got a roller skating rink. They got mechanical bull, blow up toys, food, snack bar kind of thing. It's dope. It's really dope. And it was the first time that I ever been there. And we get in there and instantly kids everywhere. And I'm like, oh shit. And then we went on a Thursday. Yeah, we went on a Thursday in the afternoon. No, it was morning. We went at like 11 in the morning. And there was kids everywhere. I was like, what the hell? Like, not really realizing that we're still in summer, right? And there was 3 or 4 buses full of summer camp kids that went there. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I gotta tell you what, like every single kid there that we ran into was respectful. They waited in line. There was no pushing, no shoving, no fights, no yelling, no bullying. People were patient if they were trying to get onto a video game or get onto the blow-ups. I was really happy to see the way that my community was behaving, because sometimes you go places and it's like they just push, shove, they don't care, they just want, things like that. So it was dope to see that, and just dope to see that my son Tavian, who just turned 8, was like enjoying himself. And there was a couple of the blow-ups that you have to jump off. Like there's like a trampoline one where you jump off the ledge into the trampoline, and then you jump onto like this blow-up thing. And I told my son, I said, hey, let's go try this. Let's go try it. And he was scared. He was nervous, and he was like, no. And I was like, no, come on, you got it. And so we end up getting up there. And mind you, I have never seen no adult jump on any of these blow-up things. And I'm a big guy, so I'm like, this is either going to be the greatest time of my life or the worst situation to put myself in. So we get up to the top of this blow-up thing, and I'm like, all right, you ready? He's like, all right, Dad, you go first, whatever. And so I'm jumping, and as soon as it gets time for me to jump off of the trampoline onto the blow-up thing, I like froze up, and I like just walked onto the ledge and then jumped, and then my ass got stuck. I got stuck inside of the inflatable thing. Like on the movies where they have a guy jump off the tall building onto the inflatable like pillow thing. Well, that's exactly what it was, except when I jumped, I literally hit the bottom of the floor, and I didn't land like easy, and it wasn't like a soft pillow. It was like a thud, boom. And so I'm down there, and I'm like, instantly, I'm like, oh shit, I messed up. I should not have jumped my ass into this damn blow up thing. I should have chilled, right? So I'm fighting to get out of this thing. I end up getting out pretty easy, but then Tressa, my fiance, she goes into the other one, the little blow up thing right next to the one that I did, and she goes and jumps off of it, but it's not an airbag. It's like foam balls, like foam cubes, and it was like a 20-foot drop. So she jumps into this thing, and she does the same thing. She falls all the way to the bottom, and she said that it smelled like nothing but feet. And so I'm sitting there laughing at her because she can't get out. She's trying to get out. She loses both of her socks, and she's just struggling to get out of this thing. About 5 minutes later, she gets out, and you can just tell her face is all red. She's just struggling. I was laughing so hard, but it was a blast. And if you have not went to the Classic Skating Family Fun Center, you definitely should. It's right there on 90th South, and I don't even know 90th South and whatever east. I'm not sure like the exact east, but it's off of 90th and right off of the freeway. It's dope. I had a lot of fun. The video games were. I thought they would have more video games, like arcade games, but they didn't. But we played this racing game, Cruising USA, like the old school joint that I'm used to. That was a lot of fun. Tavian loved all his gifts. I ended up going to Best Buy and getting him a tablet, the Amazon HD 10, I think, something like that. It's a dope ass tablet because I got him one about a couple years ago for his birthday, but it was like one of the kid ones with the rubber foam around it. And his brother Amari, who just turned 3, he's just been taking over it. And so, and it's like a kid one, right? It's like learn your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and stuff like that. So for an 8-year-old, it's not really that lit no more. So I was like, all right, he's 8 years old. Let's get him something a little bit more advanced, a little bit more expensive, see how he takes care of it. So I trusted him in that. And so far he's loved it. He gets to, check out YouTube and check out, it even has like HBO Max, the Netflix, the Disney Plus is on it. So anytime he wants to, before bed, if he wants to watch a movie that maybe mom and dad don't want to watch, he can just throw on his headphones and watch his movie. So that's dope. I was happy to get it for him. I was nervous because it was not cheap, and your boy does not have any money. I'm broke as hell, but I was like, hey, it's gonna bring him joy. So I went and made that purchase for him, and so far he's loved it. He's been taking care of it. I got what else we got going on? Tressa's birthday is coming up on the 17th, so that's next Thursday, I think, or maybe next Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday, and so that's another birthday. Like this summertime in my family is hectic because it's nothing but birthdays after birthdays after birthdays, and it's not like a cousin's birthday. It's immediate family. It's me, my dad, my stepmom, Tressa, Tavian, Amari, like everybody in my family is a summer baby. And it's like, for those ones, we gotta do a little bit more than just a cousin. A cousin, you can just get them like an Amazon gift card or like just like a pair of sneakers or something. But when it's your like immediate family, you gotta get the cake, you gotta get the presents, you gotta get the dinner, the breakfast, you gotta have all that stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit more spendy, and it's not in my bank account hates me right now. Let's put it like that. So yeah, I think she wants to go to Santo Tacos over in Rose Park. So I think that we'll do that for dinner that day. Which, if you haven't went to Santo, I know I mentioned them on the podcast before, but they are amazing. I love them. They're really delicious. And if you have not went over there and checked them out, you should. I'm thinking about doing renting out their little patio space. You can fit probably about 20 people out there comfortably, maybe a little bit less, and then just do like a all-you-can-eat taco kind of thing. Bring some cerveza if that's okay with the owner, and just kick it out there. Throw the boombox on and just eat some tacos out there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I know the family would have a blast with that, because you can't go wrong with tacos and beer. You like that's where it's at. You can't go wrong with it. Let's see what else is going on. Man, I wish I had this planned out a little bit better. But again, I was on the run today, and I was like, I want to do a podcast. I want to get something out. I want to have some fun, and I haven't done it in a while. So thank you again for just being patient and having fun. Shout out to my man DJ Will Wonder from I was gonna say the Thinking Project. No, that's Dalton. But no, the Will Wonder Pod. He just dropped new merch. He had pre-orders, so I should be getting my shirts anytime now. But if you have not hit him up, go check out his Instagram, the Will Wonder Podcast, or the Will Wonder Pod. Will Wonder on Instagram. He has some really dope merch that he just dropped, along with Highline Tattoo. They just dropped some hats as well. So if you're looking to support and get new merch, check them out. I love it. I love where a lot of people are going with this stuff. I got some merch designs that I'm working on, but again, I do everything myself. So a lot of the stuff is slow because I'm not a t-shirt designer, but I know my way around Photoshop. So I got a couple designs that I think you all will like. It's not podcast centric. It's not focused just on the podcast. It's kind of like anybody wear, if you will. So be on the lookout for that on my Instagram page. Some dope designs with that, and I got some dope ideas that I drew up. I just gotta convert them into convert them into the digital form on Photoshop. So if you are somebody that does t-shirt designs and stuff like that, and you want to get involved with anything that I got going on, please feel free to reach out to me. And anyone for that matter, if you are somebody that wants to get busy with me, pause and just do some things with me, pause. I'm more than happy to have you come on and help out and be a part of the All Rock team, which is pretty much just me and Waldo. Like Waldo, and shout out to Waldo. Waldo came out to the UFC nights a couple weeks ago. He never comes out. Now that he's booed up, he never comes out. He never shows me any love. But no, that's my brother. I love him. But he came out along with everybody, like all the other podcasters here in Salt Lake City that you've seen me fuck with. If you know me, you know who I fuck with. So like everybody that showed up, it was fun. My bank account did not like me that night, but everybody had a good time. We drank, we laughed, we ate, and we did it all within my favorite neighborhood bar, a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street. So salute to everybody over there at a bar named Sue. It's always a good time there. Like literally, people just think I talk like I just say that just because I work there. No, like it's a good time. It's fun. It's people. The staff there are fun, and the people there are just cool people. Like I've never had an issue there. Like me personally, I've never had an issue there. Obviously, when you're dealing with drunk people at midnight, obviously there's some annoyance there, but no, it's always a good time. And thank you to everybody that showed up and had a good time. Hopefully you had a good time, because your boy did. I've been trying to drink a lot more water. You can see, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see this jug here. I went and purchased it, and I've been drinking a lot of agua, just because I'm trying to stay hydrated. I was telling you guys at the last sticker smack at Valley Fair Mall, your boy caught heat stroke. Yeah, I was bugging out. Like I was so not even exhausted, just the heat got to me so bad, and I think a lot of it came from me being underhydrated. So I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been drinking less soda, but obviously with my son's birthday, it kind of hindered my calorie counts. So I'm gonna continue this journey, man. Continue this journey of trying to lose this weight and always keeping that credit up. For those of you that don't know, I have a brand called Weight Down Credit Up, and the focus on Weight Down Credit Up is to literally just do that, get your weight down and get your credit up. Because sometimes just speaking for me, when we put a focus on one, we kind of lose focus on another, and vice versa, right? And it's a healthy balance between the two, where we can take care of our health, but then we can also take care of our credit score, take care of our finances and things like that. And being somebody that grew up in poverty, like I grew up in government assisted living. I grew up in a project, Columbia Villa in Portland. For those of you that don't know about the Villa project in Columbia, in Portland, just Google it. Ask somebody in Portland about Columbia Villa, not the Columbia Villa now. Columbia Villa project back in the 90s. I'm talking about FBI breaking down doors. Yeah, if you don't know, I might have my sister on here because, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. No, it was news. It was on the news. But yeah, if I think I'm gonna have her on here to tell her story and whatnot. But I say that to say this, that when you grow up in those conditions, your parents are just trying to survive. My dad was just trying to survive. He was just trying to help me, just have a better life, And so he didn't teach me finances because he didn't really know finances, But he did teach me street smarts. He did teach me how to survive, And that's something that's value. You can't get that nowhere else, right? Unless you've been through that kind of stuff. And I appreciate that so much. So while I say that I didn't get that kind of education as a kid, as an adult, I'm trying to learn and trying to show my kids about saving, about credit scores, about using credit cards, about these things, about having a good credit score. And even if you are in the low 500s or below, like you could still get out of that. There was a point where I had like a 520 credit score, like horrible credit score, right? Could like rent a center wouldn't even rent to me, right? But I got out of that. And like within a year, I jumped that up 200 points, It's not hard, but it does take focus. It does take awareness. It does take these things. Same thing with the weight down part, right? It takes focus. It takes awareness. It takes dedication, and it takes being committed. And the thing about the weight loss thing is, it's not about getting into the gym for me. It's not about even eating healthy, right? Because it's not like I hate vegetables. I love vegetables. I love eating healthy. I love the healthy part of food. It's really the mindset, right? It's the mindset to be motivated to go and do these things and say, I'm not going to spend an hour editing this, that, and the third, or I'm not going to spend an hour just goofing off with the family. I'm going to go put my ass in the gym and run for 20, 30 minutes, right? It's being dedicated, it's being committed to have the mindset to do those things. And we are approaching that. We're almost there. I'm taking the steps right now. And it starts with, changing small things like less soda, more water, up in that water intake, walking more. With this position, with the position that I have as a promotions director, I am walking all over this building. I'm doing tons of remotes. And by the way, I gotta get out of here soon because I gotta go do the Action Rent to Own customer appreciation party. So I'll be wrapping this up shortly. But just changing that mindset. If you're somebody that struggles with your weight, that struggles with your credit, if you put a focus on it, and if you find the right education, right? And it's not hard. You can literally Google, how do I increase my credit score? Or how do I get a better credit score? And there are tons of thousands, millions of different people on YouTube, on Instagram that can point you in the right direction. And even locally, there are tons of people here that might not be an influencer or might not be a financial major or anything like that, but they've been through it, right? And me personally, I would rather learn from somebody that's been there before than somebody that went to school for it. That's just me personally. Just because when you go through a struggle, kind of, okay, you're here right now. This is what your budget is. This is what you can afford right now. This is your past debt. This is in collections. Things like that. And it could really help you. It helps me knowing that a person has been there before. They've walked in my shoes, and that they can give me advice that I can really understand in my language, if that makes sense. So, Weight Down, Credit Up. It's going to be exclusive. The content that I'm going to be putting out for Weight Down, Credit Up is going to be exclusive on Observable Universe, which is a new streaming platform that my brother Adam Smith has created. I am part owner of, and I handle kind of the creative side of that. So if you are a creative and you want to start getting paid for the content that you create, just come over to Observable Universe. And if you're wondering where to even find that, just go. You can find it on IG, observableuniverse.com, everywhere, anywhere. It's in my link tree if you want to see that. So yeah, it'll be coming to there exclusively. I got a couple of different options with Weight Down, Credit Up that I'm working out the kinks on, just because I want to be, this is my baby, right? So I want to treat it respectfully. I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to do it in a way where it can get forgotten about. So be on the lookout for more from Weight Down, Credit Up, the brand. And if you are somebody that's maybe going through your own weight loss journey, or you're trying to get your credit up, reach out to me. Let me know what's going on, because I would love to even just hear your story and see how I can be of service. This round around this part in my life, my trip around the moon is about how can I be of service, and it has been for the last 4 or 5 moons. That's been my focus. How can I be of service to my community, to my friends, to my family? And it gets a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie, because there are some people that try to use you, and unfortunately I've had to cut a lot of people out of my life because of that, which is a bummer. But maybe next time I'll talk more about, oh man, there's another life update. The studio. Yeah, the studio. So my contract for my studio is ending in the next couple months. Well, it's already ended, really. I've already paid off my contract. It's done. But they want me to stay. Yeah. They want me to stay. And that's where it's getting a little tricky because there's a couple different options. I met a couple of really cool people who have spaces that they want me to come to. And the reasoning for that is because when you have a space and you're trying to grow your business, they need attention, right? They need attention on these other spaces. So they see what I bring to the table. They've seen what the cool things that we've done in the 2 years that I've been in my space. 1 year it was with my former partner, and then he left me. He jetted, and I absorbed. That was another thing that was stressful, right? Because I absorbed, about $3,000. No, it was $3,700 worth of debt. And that was tough. That was another tough thing, but maybe we'll get into that a little bit more in a future podcast or something. But I'm happy to even just say that I finished out my contract. I'm a man of my word. I told those people when we signed, we're going to pay you this much and we're going to be there for 2 years. And I did that for 2 years straight, 1 year with a partner, 1 year without a partner, by myself. Going through having back surgery, going through having a brand new newborn baby, going through family drama with my nephew, my mother-in-law, going through losing a job, like going through all of that. And I'm proud. And this is where I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit and say, like, I'm proud of myself. Like, Dre, I'm proud of you because you stuck to your word. You were loyal and you helped people along the way without talking shit or bashing anybody. You did that. And that's who my character is. If you wonder who I am, I'm a man of my word. I'm loyal and I'm looking to help people. And I'm going to continue to do that because while I'm on this earth, while I have a breath in me, you will never find me bashing somebody else, not being committed to something. You're not going to find me anywhere but being true to who I am and what I'm about. And what I'm about is just that. And I proved it. And I literally have been waiting 12 months to say that because I'm not going to lie. It was hard. It was very, very hard to do it yourself. But I did it. And I can only imagine if I had a team of people that had the same vision, that had the just dedication to be of loyalty, to be of strength in numbers, man, it would be over. It would be so over. And but who knows what happens next. All I gotta say is I did it, and maybe I'm gonna have to do it again. Maybe I'm gonna re-sign my contract. Maybe I'll drop into a smaller space because the space that I'm in is way too big for what I actually need. Like I said, when we first signed the contract, it was a bigger thing. There was more people involved, but now that it's just me, a smaller space sounds better. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated on kind of what's going on there. Maybe I don't even do a studio. I really don't need a studio right now because I'm where I work, I'm able to record audio and visual and do all my creative stuff here. But it's always nice to have a home base and a place where it's, home, so I don't know, a lot to think about, a lot of conversations to be had, and to even see if I can even afford it, to be honest with you, because it is very spendy to do all this stuff alone. But again, I just wanted to get off my soapbox real quick. I'm sorry if that sounded really egotistical or narcissistic, but I am proud of myself, I am proud that I was able to do that, and that I am able to do this, and that I didn't break character once. And if you are somebody that is doing the same, make sure you pat yourself on the back. I try to show as much love as I can because I literally am proud of all of you. When I look at what is being done and what's happening, I'm like, that's dope. I was talking to my wife yesterday on Friday, because when I went to Best Buy to buy the tablet, there was some kids. They could have been like maybe 17 or 18, and they were like, man, what mic should we get? And they were talking about microphones, and I overheard them. They're like, yeah, man, well, this is what Joe Rogan uses, and but we starting this podcast, what do we really need? And it just like, it makes my day knowing that other creators are starting, that they are starting right now. And it makes me happy when people are finding new ways to do what they want to do. And that, there are millions of different podcasts out there, but there's only one you, right? So be yourself. Show the world yourself, because that's where people love. They love you. They don't love that they're just tuning into a podcast. They're tuning into you. And if you are making content, they're tuning in for you. And my man Dalton said it best on his last podcast. There's enough in this pie. There's enough pieces of pie to go around. There's no competition at all. So if you're looking to the guy to your left or in front of you or behind you or, to the side of you, whatever the case may be, and you're judging yourself off of them, you're messing up, because that's where you're gonna fall. Don't judge it. Definitely look at what's going on around you. Champion those people, because those people, if they win, you win. And if you don't have that mindset, and if you have a mindset of that you need to be better than, that's not the energy. I don't want that energy around me, right? I don't want that, because I am going to get inspiration from people. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get inspiration from the people around you. You're going to get motivated from the people around you. You're going to want to push the people that are around you, right? So don't feel like you have to be anything other than yourself. And that's why I wanted to just come in today, have this conversation, and get a lot of this off my chest, and give myself some kudos while I was at it. I hope you have a phenomenal day. I hope you have the day you deserve. And Sebastian, yes, I am working on the the Have the Day You Deserve merch, along with the Protect Your Light merch. Because if you're not protecting your light, somebody's gonna blow out that candle. My name is DreRawka. Make sure you go on to allrawk.com, ALLRAWK.com. Everybody that I talk about is on my website, so you can find all their links again on the Friends of the Show tab on my website. You Match, You Win is coming back, but again, hopefully you can understand, this last 90 days has been really impactful to my life, and has been tough. But we're growing. We're able to breathe. My family is behind me, and we're gonna be really, really good. And I'm excited for this next chapter. You can tune in with me on U92 3 to 7 Monday through Friday, 3 to 9 on Saturdays, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.